Hey everyone, welcome back to Lawn Crack, and don't hate me today because I'm a little cooler. I had to throw that in there. But today's video is going to be on how to get commercial work. I see this post on the Facebook groups a lot, so I just wanted to make a video on how to get commercial work. And here is my first tip. If you are asking how to get commercial work, I do not believe you are ready to take on commercial work. So that's tip number one. If you're asking this question, you probably need to get a couple more years under your belt, learn how to run your business a little more professionally, and you'll figure out how to get commercial work in the process. But the number one way that I recommend you get commercial work is by asking for it. Go call them, or better yet, walk in person, ask who is in charge of the grounds maintenance or whatever, and they're probably going to point you to the person you need to speak to, and then you need to leave a favorable impression on that person. And if they would like a quote from you, get them a quote as quick as possible. Make sure it's very professional looking, make sure your prices are in line with where they should be, but also make sure you make money. Some commercial places only accept bids during certain times of the year, so you need to be conscious of that. If it's a really legitimate commercial contract, they're going to need their bid before the year ends because they're going to have a budget for next year. That's how a real business works. So if it's a real commercial contract, you're going to need to get that bid in probably around October-ish, so they have time at their board meetings and such to go over the bids. And then by December 31st, they have awarded the contract to somebody, and they know what their budget is for the next year because you've already given their prices. So that's the number one way. Contact them and ask for their business. And then second best way, in my opinion, is networking groups with other business owners in your area, such as a BNI. BNI is Business Networking International. It's a very structured group meeting of business professionals. Only one professional per industry is allowed in each group. In like my areas, Greater Cincinnati, I mean there might be 100 groups within 20-30 miles of Cincinnati. There's a lot. It's called Business Networking International. It's international, it's big. There is a monetary cost. It's roughly around $500 a year. You do have to make the meetings every week or send a substitute for yourself. So that might not be the best option for a lot of guys, especially if you're just getting going. You don't have that time, you may not have that money, but there are several free groups looking to meet up. There aren't any good lawn care meetups in my area, but maybe there are other places. Find business coaches in your area. They often put on meetings where a lot of business professionals will come together and kind of try to pass referrals and get familiar with each other's business. One thing about networking in those groups is you need to be prepared to send a referral before you ever plan on getting a referral. That's probably the best advice anybody can give you about networking meeting. And then the third way to get a commercial job is, this is how we got a lot of our jobs. I actually picked up FedEx Freight by doing this. It doesn't get much more of a commercial job than that. But they found our website. So if you're planning on growing your lawn care landscaping business, you really need a legitimate looking website. Guys, it's not hard to build one yourself. Spend a couple hours on YouTube, learn how to use WordPress, and you can make your site yourself. If you're going to do that, I highly recommend getting Divi. I'll leave a link to get Divi. It's interactive, very easy to use, make a much more cool looking website with WordPress. So Divi's highly recommended by me. But if you can't get somebody to build your website, guys, these things are going for cheap. But yeah, if you get your website built, you need SEO, which is search engine optimization. So that's what's going to put you at the top of the first page on Google or Bing or Yahoo or whatever. You need to have SEO done to your website, and there's just a lot of back-end stuff, how you structure your site, the words you use. You can look that up on YouTube too. There's all kinds of information, or hire somebody. Yeah, so that's my best advice if you're trying to get into commercial work. Make sure you're ready. Often you're going to have to provide the snow removal services, or find a sub. Make sure you read the contract and make sure you are allowed to sub out portions of the job if you do get awarded the contract. And then just realize you can't mess it up. It's not like not showing up to a residential lawn where you might just lose the customer. Like it could become a somewhat big deal. Make sure you read the contract and make sure you won't get screwed if something goes wrong and you aren't able to hold up your end of the deal. And that's my best advice. So I hope that helped. If you are trying to break into the commercial market, it's Ryan with Lawn Crack. Hey, we got the podcast, we got the Facebook group, we got Instagram. Find us on our website, lawncrack.com. Email us, ryan@lawncrack.com, ethan@lawncrack.com. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. Bye.